Monday, August 8th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I am meteorologist Matthew East, and a hot start to the week is on the way, but some big weather changes are coming up in time as we go through the next week to 10 days. A major pattern change will take place. We'll talk about that here as we go through today's edition of the video. Still a lot of heat across the southern and the southeastern part of the country today. Again, all those sort of peach-shaded counties, those are various heat-related products, either heat advisories or excessive heat warnings. And for the Carolinas, that does include a good chunk of South Carolina and then southeastern and eastern sections of North Carolina. Those are heat advisories here in our neck of the woods, and in those areas under the heat advisory, you can expect some afternoon heat index values topping 105 or so. This morning, it's a warm start. Most spots up toward the mid-70s. Dew point temperatures still pretty warm with a lot of 70-degree-plus dew points across the southeast. And again today, you go back into the southern part of the Plains states, these are actual air temperatures of 85 degrees or higher in a good chunk of Texas and Oklahoma. Now, the severe weather yesterday was fairly widespread. A good number of severe weather reports scattered across various areas of the country. A few severe reports in eastern North Carolina and around the state of South Carolina as well. The radar imagery here in our part of the country, the Carolinas, is relatively quiet. A couple showers up into West Virginia. Some pretty decent storms in North Mississippi and Alabama this morning as well. And then the most significant activities back in parts of Nebraska, eastern Kansas, Missouri, sections of Iowa, a couple storms there around the Texas and Oklahoma Panhandle regions this morning as well. Here's the upper air chart this afternoon. And notice no big ridge here across the southeast. That is beginning the process of shifting to the west. And what's going to happen here is sort of a series of little disturbances here. There's one, there's another one. That'll just kind of gradually carve out a trough here in the eastern part of the country. Here we are as we get into late tomorrow. And then the European really goes nuts with a big trough later on. Here's a look at Friday evening. And notice this big disturbance gathering steam in the northern plains, and it really carves out the trough nicely on the European model by Monday morning. It's kind of the most extreme with the trough early next week, but you certainly get the idea. We're getting rid of this ridge over the eastern part of the country, and that's taking a break and heading out west. Today, going to be mainly a dry day. Could be a couple of isolated storms across the region. Most areas dry, though, and highs well up into the 90s across the Piedmont zones. Even some of the traditionally hotter spots like Raleigh and Fayetteville probably hitting 100 or 102 this afternoon. Tomorrow, highs very much the same. I think a little better chance tomorrow of a few afternoon thunderstorms. All right, and Wednesday, that'll be kind of just behind the first cold front, but with that sort of downsloping flow, it'll still be relatively hot Wednesday, probably still low to mid-90s for highs on Wednesday afternoon. But by Thursday, I think a lot of us are looking at some 80s for highs, and looks pretty much dry on Thursday. Friday, now notice the GFS, it's going to go a little bit aggressive with the rain chances kind of pooled along that old frontal boundary. I have left Friday's forecast dry for the time being, but then I have brought in some thunderstorm chances Saturday as the next cold front approaches. And the timing varies on the different models as to exactly when that weekend cold front moves through. On the GFS, it's mainly a Sunday cold frontal passage, so it would indicate thunderstorm chances Saturday and Sunday, and then by Monday, a nice push of some cooler air. Europeans a little quicker with it. But either way, it looks like another front moves through this weekend, and when that occurs, we'll head back toward even a little bit of a cooler air mass by early next week. And I think at least the less hot, maybe cooler air, however you want to term it, I think that's going to be a welcome change in the opinion of most folks across the region. Tropics now quiet. Emily no longer a classified system. It regained depression status over the weekend, but now it's just a remnant, a very weak thunderstorm area in the western Atlantic. Probably down the road, our next system will come from a tropical wave emerging off of Africa, but no immediate signs of that occurring at the moment. All right, that is it for this Monday edition of the video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Stay cool, and God bless.